So before we recorded today, Rick and I went to go see Assassination Nation, which is a movie that you actually brought to the table for me. I think we were seeing something else. I think maybe was it The Nun? I think we were seeing another movie and the trailer popped on and you said this looks really good. And I'm like, yeah, it does look pretty good. And it just came out yesterday?
Yes.
This hasn't been out. Okay, so it just came out. So we saw it this morning. So
yeah.
Tell me what you thought, Rick.
If you haven't seen the trailer, go check it out. But it's basically this town, the town of Salem, goes in chaos because they got hacked. Starts off small, and then it just gets bigger and bigger. People's secrets get leaked out. Mm-hmm. People are going crazy and trying to find the source of who's leaking all this stuff, and havoc ensues. And people start going crazy and start killing people.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting concept because, you know, like this is kind of the world we live in now where everything is connected.
Yeah.
You know, there's so much information out there that anyone can kind of just get into. Like people keep stuff on their phones and people can get into your phones. So kind of without going down that road, because we've talked about stuff like that a lot on this show. It's kind of a cool, like I'd say hyperbolic take on, you know, what could happen if your fucking private life gets completely exposed for everybody to see. And I also think it's an interesting commentary on, you know,
society.
Well, just also I just think things also get taken out of context, right? You know what I mean?
That's true
like,
too. And she talks about that too.
And even if it isn't taken out of context, it's just like, look, nobody's a saint. Everybody has looked up weird shit, you know.
Everyone's looked up porn.
Yeah, and it's just like, and then it gets put out there, and everyone wants to be. I mean, yeah, they do talk about. There's that one part in the movie. It's like, you know, so he's got a picture of his.
I just remember something, but go on.
Of his whatever, I don't know, like the principal. I think it was his 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Naked or something in the tub, and like that's child porn. It's like, well, why is that not like that? Doesn't. I could see why people would jump to that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's child pornography. Like maybe he was just like it was bath time with his daughter. I mean, it's still relatively young. It's weird. I mean, it's a little bit weird, but that's just kind of the point. Like,
no, it's
the same thing. Like it doesn't. What you do in private, like I don't think it makes it okay. But you do certain things in private because it's in private. You know what I mean? Like. And then it gets put out there, and then people are like, oh, well, you're a racist, you're a pedophile, you're all this other stuff, and it's just like, whoa, wait a minute, you know. So I think it is interesting, and that happens a lot, especially, you know, nowadays. You know, you have people coming out and accusing people of doing this, that, or the other thing, right? You know, or
Felix
Schellberg, or even more recently. Like I don't want to get into this too much, but I mean the Chris Hardwick situation. You know, like there's a lot of people. Where that's a little different because
that's a little different.
Well, it's not though. Like it's different in that this is talking about someone getting hacked, and so you're seeing tangible evidence. But it's still kind of the same because you see this stuff and people take things out of context and then just make all these assumptions about you as if you haven't done some weird fucking shit when you've been alone or whatever, right? And then the Chris Hardwick thing. Just using him as an example is like you have this person making these claims about this person, and before any of them are validated, you have everybody calling for his head. Whether or not, I'm not taking sides in that. I'm just saying that's just the world we live in now. Now people, it's always
everyone on the internet.
It's guilty till proven innocent now. Was my point, you know. But anyways, that's kind of what this movie is sort of about. More about the hacking stuff. But I thought it's kind of a cool concept. I'm actually surprised there haven't been more movies like this made. There's been other movies. I'm not saying this is the first of its kind, but this is a very hyperbolic, exaggerated version of like what could go wrong and what could happen, and it really just kind of makes you think about the world, you know?
You could compare it to like the Sony hack. If you remember that, a lot of shit got leaked when Sony got hacked.
When was that? What got hacked? I don't remember.
That was during the movie The Interview. You don't remember that? Mm-hmm. Where Sony got hacked and a lot of emails got leaked. And
what movie was The Interview again?
With
that was
there was a big Sony hack.
stuff.
Yeah. a lot of stuff was said in the emails. Like we find out like, reasons like why Andrew Garfield got fired from Spider-Man, and a bunch of shit were basically weren't meant for the public got out there, And then there's even the 2014 iCloud hack too,
The fappening.
Yeah, I don't want to say that, but yeah.
Why say it?
So yeah, this movie touches some pretty interesting things.
Yeah.
There's that one scene where they're all in the gym talking like no one should expect privacy anymore, which was just funny because she said only old people still think that they still have privacy, which I thought that was kind of a funny line. Because your privacy is your privacy.
Yeah.
If you don't want your pictures on the internet like that, don't take your pictures.
Right.
Or be cautious on how you take your pictures.
I mean, it is hard to be more private. I think
definitely
now. I mean, I'm someone that's not on social media at all, other than, I use our show accounts. Well, really just the Twitter,
right.
To post stuff for the show and whatnot. But even me being somebody that isn't on, any social media of any sort, it drives me insane to like Google my name or something, and you Google your name. And from time to time, it'll pop up on like white pages or something else. And not only give you like, your estimated age and stuff, but your fucking address. And sometimes even down to the apartment number if you live in an apartment. I'm like, man, that is fucked up. And that's happened. I've seen that.
Happened to you once, I remember.
It's happened more than once. And that could really happen to anybody. I mean, like you're lucky because your name's just kind of common.
Yeah.
But my name's a little bit more unique. So like if you Google my name, you're going to find me. And I don't do anything to put any of that out there, but it's out there because we buy things online or we're connected through our phones or people take our information and they sell our information. And that's what happens. So, well, let's bring it back to the movie, but yeah, it is hard to be private in today's world, but I did like the movie.
Oh, I'm
gonna go out and say I really liked the movie. I had a lot of emotions while watching it though, because at one point I actually was thinking like, man, there's parts where like this is kind of depressed fest a little bit. There's a few parts like this is sort of depressing, but then I also realized that it is kind of like it's not in the same way and like the type of movie that you take me to go see.
Right.
There's definitely like it's definitely thrilling. There's definitely a lot of sexuality in this.
Oh yeah.
It's like I said, it's exaggerated. Like I think the movie was trying to be grounded, but at the same time, it's obviously kind of like an exaggerated take.
It started that way, but it was meant to be like exaggerated towards the end.
Right. It definitely gets a bit exaggerated, but I ran sort of the gamut of emotions while
I did too.
While watching this, man. Like, and one thing that this movie I think does really well is they actually do a really good job of. It's not like I sat there and thought at one point I was watching a documentary, so I don't want this to be taken the wrong way. But
it's not.
They do a good job of like the violence, I guess, that you're seeing in the movie, and the situations, like the uncomfortable like situations and stuff. It's making it. They did a good job of making you feel like you were a fly on the wall, and that was really unfolding. Like I don't know if it was how it was shot. Or just what they chose to present. Because I don't even just mean the angle of the camera. I just mean
everything.
The
all lighting, the way, the certain placement of where the people are and how you're looking at them. Right. It's like,
but not even just the angles though. For me, just like the situations, it felt very real. Where I'm like, holy shit! Like this is just like, this doesn't feel like a movie right now. And I think they should be commended for getting that done. I think. They did a good job.
I like this movie a lot more than I thought I was gonna like it. It's the way, like, I want to just get back into it. Like the way it was shot, the colors that they used for like when they were around the four girls. Mm-hmm. The way they worked the camera too. Like everything about this movie was done very well. Mm-hmm. It was definitely a black type of comedy. I enjoyed it a lot.
I don't even know though, like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if I'd categorize it as that because, like, I don't know if the movie's funny. I don't even know if I want to put comedy.
That's true.
Like, I don't think the movie is.
That title on there either.
I don't think it is funny. In fact, like, I mean, not that this means anything, but IMDb, what are they? So they throw crime in there, okay. But I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's funny. I can't think of. There was times where I was maybe laughing
Some of the ridiculous
at the movie a little bit.
of
Yeah,
it.
but like,
Yeah.
I don't think the movie ever sets out to try to be funny. But there's certain things like, you know, when that cheerleader's giving her little spiel, where you're just kind of like the voice that she's using and how she's talking, like, this is ridiculous, you know. But I don't think they're going for laughs. I just think they're. I don't know, man. The movie kind of left me a little speechless.
Yeah.
Obviously, I kind of can't find the words, but yeah, it's a thriller. It's a lot of it. Some of it is hard to watch.
There's a trigger warning at the beginning, which I thought was amazing because, people like I feel like it was also kind of making fun of the trigger warning because as it's giving you the trigger warning, it's showing you all the things that are going to happen.
Well, and that also felt like
movie.
part of the movie, anyways.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the movie just started. Like it wasn't. I don't know. It's a very different movie.
Yeah.
It is different. I guess this is the second week in a row where I feel like we watched something that felt different from what's been coming out. Last week it was A Simple Favor, and now this week it's this, which I'm assuming is a completely 100% original story, but I don't know.
It feels like it. I mean, the guy who wrote and directed it himself. There's nothing here about a book or anything.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's genius, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's very topical. It's very. It gives you like real depth.
Yeah.
To like, you really don't know the people that you talk to every day, or and it makes you think. It's a thinker. It makes you think.
They I don't know. They did a good job of like really making you feel what it would maybe feel like. That's a lot of feels, but to be these people in those situations and how much it would suck, exaggerated or not, they captured that feeling, and it was good. It was really good. Like the movie does have a little bit of everything. I mean, the movie's it's not what I would necessarily categorize as this, but I mean, you could argue the movie's scary. The movie, is thrilling. The movie is, it's just a lot of it's everything. I guess the movie is just kind of a little bit of everything. Again, I don't want to call it a comedy because I don't feel like it is. There's parts that you might chuckle at, but I don't know. I liked it though. I really did like it.
Yeah.